Who really controls money? Every empire is remembered by its armies, its borders, and its rulers. But the real power of empires has always lived somewhere quieter, in how they control money. Not coins, not paper. Control. In the United States and Canada, modern power is no longer enforced with soldiers in the streets, but with numbers on screens. Credit cards, credit scores, and digital money now decide who eats, who rents, who travels, and who survives an economic shock. This is not an accident. It is the final form of a very old imperial idea. Credit is older than cash. Long before dollars or banks existed, ancient empires ruled through debt. In Mesopotamia, farmers borrowed grain months before harvest. In Rome, merchants lived on credit extended by imperial bankers. Empires understood a simple truth: if you control debt, you control the future. Debt turns tomorrow's labor into today's obedience. When Rome collapsed, it wasn't just because of invasions, it was because people no longer trusted its money. Once trust died, the empire followed. That lesson was never forgotten. The British blueprint in North America, the United States, and Canada inherited their financial DNA from the British Empire. Britain ruled not only with ships and cannons, but with banks, bonds, and credit markets. After independence, the US faced a choice: fear debt or weaponize it. Alexander Hamilton chose the second option. He argued that national debt, if managed correctly, could bind citizens to the state. Canada, staying closer to the British system, built a more centralized and disciplined banking structure. Different paths, same destination. A society organized around credit. The credit card revolution. Nobody noticed credit cards did not arrive as tools of control. They arrived as convenience. In the 1950s, cards were for businessmen and elites. But after World War II, consumer culture exploded. Governments and banks realized something powerful. People who borrow spend more, work longer, and question less. Visa and MasterCard didn't just create payment methods. They built global empires without borders. By the end of the 20th century, cash was no longer king. Access was. Credit scores, the new social ranking. Empires once ranked people by class, religion, or race. Modern systems rank people by numbers. In the US and Canada, your credit score decides your life trajectory. A high score means freedom. A low score means higher rent, higher interest, fewer choices. This is not morality. It is math. Credit scoring turned reputation into an algorithm. It made populations predictable, manageable, and profitable. Digital money, the invisible empire today. Even plastic is disappearing. Payments are now taps, scans, and biometric confirmations. Digital money offers speed and comfort, but it also offers something else: total visibility. Every transaction is tracked, every habit is logged, every deviation is measurable. Empires once needed armies to enforce obedience. Digital systems need only infrastructure. Who owns the future? Credit cards and digital money are not neutral tools. They are political technologies. They reward conformity, punish instability, and quietly redefine freedom. The question is no longer who owns the land. The question is who owns the system you depend on to live.